So this quarter, you have a new AR goal. The first quarter, you were working for an apple to put on the wall. Now, if you looked over there today, you noticed that we have a new popcorn machine over there, and that will be for your second AR goal. So once you make your goal, you will put on the board, or the wall, a popcorn kernel with your name on it. Now, you will get a letter today that looks like this, and it's actually yellow, and it's going to go home to your mom and dad to tell them your new AR goal for the second quarter, because you can read at home, and you can read your books and bring them back to school and test on them here. So your parents might want to know what your new goal is. It has your name at the top. So it says your child, for example, this one's Lewis. So it says Lewis will be participating in the AR reading program. Okay? Now, your parents can read the rest of this letter, but here it tells how many points. So remember, if you have 1 point, that's like reading 2 books. It takes 2 books to get to 1 point. Okay? Now, you have until January 15th. So you have all of November, all of December, past Christmas, and into January. So you have until January 15th to make your goal. So you have a long time.
Yes.
But do you think you should wait till January to make your goal? No. Work hard and get it done right away, okay? Now down here, Mrs. Murphy will put your range, the books that you can read, and I will tell you what your new range is, and we'll put your clip on your new basket, okay? The only person that I do not have one of these for yet is Caden. So Caden, I'm going to have you take the star reading test a little bit later today so that I know which basket I can put you in, okay? Remember, you must read a book 2 times unless it is a chapter book. Raylan, pull out your chapter book, please. Now, there's only 3 friends in here that I want reading big chapter books. Raylan is one of them. So, Raylan can read these because his level is kind of. Elias, you can read chapter books. And Wyatt, you're my other one that can read chapter books because your guys' levels are high enough where you can read a chapter book. The rest of you in my classroom, you can't read it quite yet. Most of you are getting close to reading chapter books, but you're not there quite yet. Caden, you might be, but I'm not quite sure, okay? Now, if you read, Mrs. Murphy does have these books, and the library has these books, the Hey Jack and the Billy B. Brown books. These are chapter books, but they're for 2nd graders. So all of you can read these, and you only have to read them 1 time, okay, if they're in your level. So these are the other chapter books all of you can read, even Ellie and Wyatt and Raylan. If you want to read these, you can also read these. But you only have to read them 1 time, okay? Any other books? If you get a book out of the basket, how many times do you have to read this?
2.
Because in 1st grade you had to read it 3. In 2nd grade you only have to read it 2. Because the first time you read it, you're still trying to get the words down. The second time you read it, I think you got the words down. Now you're trying to understand what you read. Okay? Question, Caden?
My brother is January 18th, and that's only 3 days off.
Well, you'll just have to make your goal right before your brother's birthday. Okay? All right. I don't think you guys did a great job the first quarter. Remember, you only get one of Mrs. Murphy's books. Wyatt, are you listening to me or are you playing on your iPad? Put that to the side. Some of you have put more than one of my books in your desk. And what happens if you have more than one book of mine in your desk, Addie?
You can't do that because if you read it and then you lose it.
Well, yeah, my friends had 10 of Mrs. Murphy's books in their desks. Usually what happens?
Then nobody gets.
Nobody gets to read it. And what I say is, it sits in your desk and cries because nobody is reading it. So only one book of mine. Read it, take a test on it, get a new book. Take it back and get a new book, okay? Don't let more than one book of mine sit in your desk because they'll just sit and cry because nobody is reading them. Okay, when we get back from morning break, I will give you your new baskets and I'll tell you your new points. Oh, one more thing. I put in your goals this morning. So, when I go to second quarter, okay,
They
there's a
did
little
that
error,
last year too.
but
Yeah.
you should have your flower. It should start back at the bottom, but some of you took quizzes last week. If you took a quiz last week, your flower probably grew a little bit. Okay, so your flowers should look the way they should for second quarter. Capiche?
Come on.
Okay, quietly walk down to the gym for morning break.